Hello everybody, this is Money Mom. Welcome back to the channel. I was asked a really interesting question the other day, but in a nice way. How did I get so fat and how did I get to 305 pounds? Why did I let myself go? We're going to talk about all of that, so let's get started. It is a difficult topic because it's an uncomfortable topic because basically I've been all different sizes and it is embarrassing to me. I'm just being honest. I hope that this video can help some of you that may have struggled. Many of you guys know that I've really been struggling with my weight since I've been 14. I'm 55 now. Yes, I have lost 80 pounds, but it is still a struggle for me because there are times that I am really tempted to overeat, and there are times that still, even though I've lost 80 pounds, I do have days where I'm not taking my Act-Right pills and I overeat more than I should. I do get back on it, but I'm going to talk to you guys about how this journey started, and did I not realize when I actually got to 305 pounds, did I not notice that something happened? And more importantly, when I lost a bunch of weight, why would I allow myself after working so hard to gain the weight back? So that's what we're going to talk about today. We do have to start from when I was a baby. My mom, I'm adopted. I was born in Minnesota, and my parents that adopted me, I was 3 weeks old. Loving, wonderful parents. I cannot say enough nice things. They were fabulous to me and treated me just very loving. Well, my mom told me that even from day one, I love to eat. I especially love my cereal. I always loved eating. And I even remember when I was a little girl, after I ate, I always wanted more food. I actually physically felt hungry, like I was never satisfied. I remember this even as a little girl. And I always thought about food. Even when I was 3 or 4 years old, I remember that. The difference is I wasn't overweight because my parents were controlling what I was eating, and they fed me enough food, but what I noticed is that a lot of the stuff I was eating back then was oatmeal or a bowl of cereal or a piece of toast with a little jelly on it, things like that, and that never satisfied me. So bring it to age 14, I was overweight, and I was raised back in the time, late 70s, early 80s, when it was not acceptable to be overweight. And basically, a lot of the girls at school were cute and, wore bikinis and all had nice figures. There were times that I would I would lose weight. I was weighed in the 130s, upper 130s when I was 14. I lost a bunch of weight and I got to 120. And the sad thing is the boys seemed to like me then, and I had a lot of interest and people wanted to be my friend. But when I got to be overweight, not as many people wanted to be my friend and not as many people liked me. I'm just being honest with you guys. I really felt like I was only loved and accepted if I was thin, but if I was overweight, I wasn't. And that was a pretty bad feeling to have. I do think nowadays people are much more non-judgmental towards you if you are a different size. That's kind of why they have the body positivity movement, because people want to feel good in their own skin, and I do understand that. Well, it's one thing to feel good in your own skin, but when I allowed my weight to get so out of hand that it was affecting my health was when I, pushed it. So many wonder, why did you let yourself get so big? I wanted to be honest with you guys about something. When it's really strange, because when you're thinner, like say when I weighed in the 120s, you always think that you could lose a few pounds. But the heavier you get, you don't really look at yourself. And then when you see a picture of yourself, you don't even know or recognize you. So the heavier I got, I didn't realize I was so big. I don't know why. It's really strange, and I don't have an explanation for it. But all I know is this. When I weighed in the 120s, 130s, I always felt like I was hungry. I never felt satisfied, and I had to always remain a little bit hungry to maintain that weight. I'm just being honest with you. And it just kind of always felt like a punishment. It felt like everybody around me could eat whatever they wanted and not gain weight, but I had to watch every morsel. And so basically, why would I let myself to get to be 305 pounds? A lot of people will say, Dawn, are you an emotional eater? When you get sad or depressed or upset, do you eat? Actually, the opposite. The couple times in my life when I've been a little bit down or depressed, and it's only been a couple times that I can think of, I actually lost weight because I just wasn't thinking of food. My mind was on why I was upset. And I don't eat when I'm upset or worried or anxious. But guess what? I'm generally always happy and in a good mood for the most part. And when I'm happy, I eat, which may sound kind of opposite. So I actually don't know the answer of why I allowed myself to get so big. I do know this. Every day what I'm doing now is a journey that I have to take every single day, and I have to really just, it's like I just take it one day at a time. It's just the way I do it, because I've been asked by several people, how do you know you won't gain your weight back? I want to say that I won't, because I really care about my health, and it's good because whenever I do get a little out of hand, I rein it in really quick, which is good, which I didn't used to do, so I am making progress that way. But I used to have some embarrassing moments when I got myself so huge, and when I weighed 305, my feet looked like balloons, I had really thick ankles, I barely could breathe. But the strange thing is I didn't realize I was so large. So I don't know why I would allow myself to get so big. The only thing is I loved eating. I love desserts. And I did notice I have, a carb addiction. And so I think I can handle having a little bit of oatmeal. And I can usually have a little small amount. But then I think I can have a little more. And then I just keep eating. And then I don't have a full button when I'm eating that kind of food. And then I would talk myself and say, well, I'll start my diet next week. Well, you know what? As long as I don't get over 200 pounds. Well, as long as I don't get over 205. And then I just let it get out of control. And I really wish I had some answers of why I did what I did. I just know it wasn't healthy for me, and it wasn't healthy for family members and friends as well, because they were concerned about me and they didn't know how to do an intervention to let me know, Dawn, why would you let yourself get this way? The thing that really is sad is that I would gain all this weight and get up really high in my weight, but then I would lose all the weight, and it would take me a while, and I'd get back not quite close to goal weight, but kind of close there, and then I would slowly go back to bad habits, and it happens ever so slowly until I gain all the weight back again. And I know a lot of people think they have all the answers to why people do that. If so, why are there so many people that are morbidly obese? Or even just really overweight. There are a lot of people out there that really suffer with this. And I don't think the whole answer is all emotional eating. I just know I've always enjoyed eating, and I love desserts, I love sweets and all of that. And, I really wish I did have an answer of why would I let myself get so big. I guess the bottom line is when I was so large, I didn't see myself as that large, which I know is really scary. The other thing is this. Nowadays, you can order clothes that are, for bigger women. And you are so much easier to find clothes. The opposite thing, which is kind of true, is that I know some people that are really, really small. They're actually on the extra small size. I know of some folks that are that way, and they're very thin and petite. I've been told by a couple of them that they have a hard time finding clothes for a small size. Well, it was so easy to find clothes for a larger size. If I didn't have those options, maybe I wouldn't have had a choice and I would have kept my weight down. But because there were so many options for larger women, you know what? I thought, oh, no big deal to go up a bigger size. So I really wish I had answers to these questions. Maybe someday I will have it all figured out. I do know this. My goal is still to get to 170 and keep it off. I am a work in progress. I still have a lot of improvements to make. I still am making mistakes along the way. And right now, I have to be really honest with you guys. This is one of the toughest times ever for me because it's not coming off very fast. I'm really stagnant in my weight loss right now when they call it the plateau. And a lot of times when people get to the plateau is when they start slowly going back to bad habits. Because one of the best ways that people lose weight is when they see results. But if you're getting results super slow, we cannot feel motivated and start to slowly go back to bad habits. So right now in my weight loss journey is the real test. Do I have what it takes to keep going? And partly because I have you guys and partly because I'm doing these monthly updates, I really do feel like I have such motivation to do what I want to do for my own health, for my family's health, and I feel I'm inspiring other people, but I also want to be authentic and tell you my struggles along the way. I don't want to make it sound like I don't make mistakes each and every week, because each week I do have days where I make mistakes. I know this video went longer, and I may be doing other videos like this maybe once a year or so to kind of keep you guys updated on this. But let me just say that for any of you that are struggling with your weight, I feel you. Our health is worth it. We are worth it to get to a healthier weight for us. But if you make mistakes along the way, it's okay. Tweak things and work things out. We can all be here to inspire and help each other. I hope this video helps someone. I love you and I appreciate each and every one of you. Bye-bye.